What is good, YouTube? So today, just got over with the day, leaving the markets early just from low volatility from FOMC today. We did take not a short, a long. We took a long today, as you can see here on the 5 minute. Not the best setup, but it's still an 8 out of 10. And we hit break even. As you can see, like it did hit take profit, but we had one contract, so I went to break even. Wasn't trying to get a lower risk reward than I like to get, so I went break even, got stopped out at break even. It would have stopped me out all the way if I didn't. So even if I took profit there, like if this was a normal trade with like three contracts, if I would have taken profit there, it would have been like a third of that. So we only would have made 300-400 bucks today either way, so it's not like anything crazy that I missed out on. But let me show you what happened today. So going in, I think I can replay this. That. So going into the day, we open or we go up on NASDAQ, we break to the upside, and then we get a little bit of a move down. We come down pretty far, but we do not break to the downside. And then on ES, market opens and we just go straight down. Okay, we take out this London low right here. I had this marked out as the end of New York lows, but we came down, we swept that low. Okay, and then following that, basically looking. So the thing is, we entered a little early on this. We did not wait for ES after we got the sweep. We didn't wait for it to break to the upside and get a retrace. Instead, we kind of we're a little more aggressive on this. We could see that this is already in a 5 minute uptrend, so I don't need to wait for that. And 5 minute retrace, I mean, you can kind of count this as the retrace, but honestly, I kind of went without a retrace in this example. I kind of wasn't paying attention fully, I would say. But by the time we broke to the upside on the 1 minute, we did a smart thing. We didn't enter up here or anything like that. We put in a limit order. All right, so we had a limit order. I think the stop was right here. And then take profit was going to be this Asian high. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, the limit order was just about there. Next candle came down. We just wicked into the limit order. And then we started moving up. Okay. We move up. We hit that, take profit. We only have one contract, okay? So a 2.1 RR, it's good, but I like to average a 2.5 to 3. I know it's a high risk reward, but that's why I have a lower win rate, is because we try to make the winners big and the losers smaller. So we like to let them ride. I don't like cutting them. If I would have cut this here and we would have continued, went for this high, I'd have been pretty pissed. So I was trying to mitigate that. And then with ES, my mind was saying, okay, by the time this sweeps here, then I'll pull out, because I would like to see ES get a full movement up. But since we haven't got the 5 minute retrace, I was expecting it to probably retrace. And so I put my stop to break even on NASDAQ, and we held off because I really wanted this. We got a lot of movement up, but we did not go all the way and sweep this high out. Unfortunately, it could have been due to low volume from FOMC, but we got the sweep, moved up, and then did not go all the way. We came down, we wicked, we came down, and then we started moving down. Okay, we fill in this fair value gap. I was like, okay, maybe this is the retrace, but we did get stopped out at break even here, as you can see. Stopped out at break even, and then we actually start showing bearish signs, okay? So I think ES broke to the downside. It'd be this next candle. Yeah, ES broke to the downside. So now we're showing bearish signs, okay? We now take this as the sweep. So we got the sweep up here, and then we got the 5 minute movement down, the distribution, the 5 minute break of structure on ES. ES never swept the high, so we have SMT, 5 minute break to the downside, and then we just need a retrace. 5 minute retrace into this little fair value gap right here, okay? So I could have taken this, but the thing was, ES, like waiting for a 1 minute break of structure, We are in 1 minute downtrend on ES. So if I was going to enter on ES right here, after that candle closed, I'd be entering like that. And we have negative risk reward to take profit 1. So we're not liking that. All right. And if we're looking at NASDAQ, it's not the SMT pair. So it's not the best. But either way, if I would have had my stop there, we're at 1.34. I would not have taken that. That's even worse than my first trade. So I was waiting here. If I could have got a better entry on, I did have a limit order here for a little bit. It was like limit right there, stops there. If we could have got wicked in with a better entry here, I would have taken that. Probably not pulled out here, but just held for down here roughly. And we came up a little bit, but we did not come enough to wick that in. Then we tapped it. And then as soon as we tap the liquidity, skyrocket up to all the way up. Okay, as you can see. So basically my original trade on NASDAQ, we broke even. We would have been swept out, and then we would have went up, and then most likely hit TP. This can go, because I had 2.5, we would have hit take profit, and we even would have hit a 3. So pretty unfortunate. I mean, from the original execution of not having a 5-minute retrace like I like to have, this is pretty good. The stop was not at the second 1-minute low, so that was also unfortunate. I think it was more of a context trade with ES sweeping this one already being an uptrend, and it was going to move. I got a really early entry with the limit order. I wouldn't have taken it if it was a market order, but we got an early entry with the limit order. So if it did retrace, I probably wouldn't have been stopped out, but it hit take profit and then retraced. So that is a sign that I'm not trying to hold off for that, which luckily I didn't. We would have been stopped out and then hit take profit, which would have been pretty unfortunate. Luckily, I did not get this as the trade. That would have been so sad to see. So we did the right thing. This is probably the best situation that I could ask for, being the circumstances of the early entry, because I honestly, with my strategy, I should not be taking this trade. I shouldn't, when this would like to load. If this setup appeared to me down the line, I probably should not take it, just because it's choppy and the retrace isn't really a solid retrace. What hit take profit, it was a wick up. It wasn't a huge move. It didn't continue. So it's not like the strongest thing. And then with FOMC, like I said, it's not something I want to risk. And as you can see, even ES, we're getting wicks here, dojis, and nothing clean. So not sure what the market's going to do exactly. It could, okay, so we're moving up now, and we could have maybe counted this as an entry here and then entered long, but I'm just not trying to risk it with how the market is playing out currently and already getting a break-even trade. But I mean, this would probably have been the next option for a trade. We got 5 minutes or liquidity sweep, 5-minute break, 5-minute retrace into this for a value gap. See what the 1-minute entry would be looking like. Yeah, so even still not taking this, because maybe something like that. Do we break to the downside here? It'd be something like that. So still not great. Nothing great for me, in my opinion, that I could see today. Pretty choppy overall, low volume. Sure, it's gonna just build up until 1 p.m. when the news comes out, and then we'll get a huge move, something like that. So that's gonna be all for me. I'm gonna hop off the charts. I'm not gonna force anything. I'm not trying to get a trade in just to get a trade in to compare to others or anything like that. The strategy has not appeared perfectly for me today, I'm not gonna lie. The trade today might have been a 7 out of 10, because we did skip that. I want to say we skipped the retrace fully, because we did technically get one on NASDAQ, but it's not as clean as we would have liked it. And then the 1-minute low wasn't put in. So 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10 roughly. But I'm happy to be break even instead of taking a loss on that. But I'm also glad that I didn't take profit where I did, because if it did continue to rip up like it has in the past, like with the majority of my testing, if take profit one is hit, usually two and three are hit. So if it would have ripped up and I would have missed out on that, that would have been pretty unfortunate, and I'd be probably more mad than taking a loss. So that will be it for today. I'm gonna probably go to the gym. We got my new monitor set set up. So we got extra monitor, extra screen to trade on, and we're on the PC now, and that was pretty nice. Forza Horizon 6 came out yesterday, so I was playing that. Don't like playing games much, but it's a car game, so why not? But that is basically what today's gonna be looking like. So we'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a good day. Do something yourselves to get better, just like I am. Have a good day. Peace.